So, Mark, did you see that line outside of America's Diner on the Strip? Everyone going to Denny's? It's like it's 1982.
Do we think that this is clickbait at all? Like, I feel like it's people waiting to go to that travel agency or for a tour or something. I doubt that there's this kind of line to go to Denny's.
Never underestimate Denny's, Mark. I mean, I think that this is 100% real.
Is there still a Grand Slam deal? Is that a thing?
Only $14.99. Let's start this show with some bad news. Less coin slots or video poker machines in Vegas. Less of those coin droppers. John Mahaffey was downtown yesterday for the whole Circa Sigma Derby thing. We'll talk about that a little bit later. But he discovered that Cal had taken out their whole bank of video poker machines that were coin operated. That leaves only El Cortez, Circus, the quirky Skyline Casino on Boulder Highway, and then Sigma Derby as the only coin operated machines left in Vegas.
Yeah, I definitely need to check out Skyline next time I'm in town, see what that's all about. But I'm glad Slots of Fun is holding on strong. It's such a cool little environment there. And if you like coin machines, I think that's the best place to go of all of them, or the most authentic feeling. I don't know. It feels like it's from that era, but it's sad to see another one kind of get pulled away. I think he said there's only like 100 machines left, something like that, 140, somewhere in there, which is kind of crazy to think about. You'd think there would be more scattered across the country.
Yeah, I think he said 140 in Vegas, so I don't know if it was for the wider country, but yeah, not a ton left. Circus has a ton of them there. El Cortez in their back room. You have to wonder, with everything changing there, how long those are for the world.
They just need Vegas Matt to play some coin machines, then everybody will want to play them.
All right, so let's move on to some happier news. Carpet coverage. Everybody wants Vegas carpet coverage. This isn't all that sexy, but Vital Vegas over at Wynn, seeing them take out the carpet and replace it. Same design. We don't really need new carpet at Wynn. It's so, in fact, that building would look so weird if they changed the design of that carpet.
Yeah, I really like that carpet. I think it matches perfectly with all the other design aesthetic they have in there. The colors on the ceiling, the chandeliers, the burgundy reddish color just kind of pops there. And it's very similar. We've talked about this before, that it's similar to what you see at Baja Mar. Very similar design aesthetics there, and a similar carpet. And I'm glad that both places are keeping it going.
Yeah, and it's strange to see Wynn's floor without the carpet, all that, exposed floor, and you see just how different it looks. And this is one of the few carpets I feel like that is an stay of old carpet design. It does feel like it's a carpet you could have seen in older casinos with the floral style and all of that, but it just works, and it's so high quality. I don't know what makes it so great, but let us know if you guys love it too.
Did you notice that one roll? It looked like it was purple carpet, and I thought people were going to freak out that it was like Vanderpump 2.0 for a second.
Oh, no, don't Vanderpump the Wynn. Please don't Vanderpump the Wynn. So staying on that Wynn story, I saw this comment below the tweet from Vital Vegas about the carpet. It says, the unpopular opinion, Wynn and Encore are amazing resorts, but they lack the personality of Bellagio. The first two kind of always stay the same and don't have a real draw inside or outside the resort, other than maybe the waterfall outside Wynn. Personality of Bellagio, hectic, manic. I don't know what we're going for here. Definitely an unpopular opinion.
Rude, like rude staff. I feel like that's the what we get to take away from Bellagio. But I mean, Bellagio has a lot of great public spaces. It brings in a lot of traffic. I don't think it's the type of traffic that Wynn wants or Encore wants. It's people pushing strollers, looking at the gardens, looking at the design, all that, the blown glass in the entryway, checking out the fountains. It's just like chaos of foot traffic. And Wynn wants to be kind of like the opposite of that. I feel like they want to be where you go to get away from the craziness, and they don't want just random people coming in to stare at stuff and spend no money. They want high rollers. They want people that want to kind of get away from it. So I think it's perfect. Both casinos, or the three casinos, if you want to call them separate, for Wynn and Encore, have their place in Vegas, I think. And I think that they're different for a reason.
Yeah, I do agree that the personalities are very different, but I'll take Wynn's personality all day, more relaxing, more luxurious. And I think, just if we're talking about resorts, I think it's a far better resort than Bellagio, which to me always feels hectic. Although, as you say, nice pools, very nice atmosphere, built by the same guy. So there's a lot of commonalities between them. It just feels like Wynn is the spiritual successor to Bellagio, like they figured out how to fix some stuff. And the location, right? It's not right in the middle of the Strip.
Yeah, I think that is a big part of it. It's not getting the same type of foot traffic because it's not, you're walking by it all the time to go to other places or anything like that. And I think you made a great point that Steve Wynn kind of learned, like, hey, this is what worked at Bellagio. This is what didn't. I want to do something a little bit different out here. I don't think he did that on accident. I think there was a purpose behind it, and he gave a different type of atmosphere there because of it.
I'd love to hear what everybody else there has to say. Do you share that unpopular opinion? What do you guys think? But let's talk some entertainment news. This happened a couple weeks ago. Frank Marino closed out his final show of Divas, Drags, and Drinks over at Virgin, and it seems to be that he's retiring now after 41 years. Now, he's sort of hinted at retiring before, so maybe he ends up coming back. He's so famous for his Joan Rivers impression that everybody knows, and he was in La Cage at Riviera forever, and he's moved on to several other shows since then. Joan Rivers famously sued him for impersonating her.
Yeah, during a show, like while he was doing the Joan Rivers bit, he got served the papers, which is kind of a crazy story and fun to hear. And only in Vegas would something like that happen. But 41 years is impressive, and we don't see shows last very long in Vegas anymore. So this is just a kudos to him for making it go for this long, and for everybody that went out and supported it and enjoyed the show. It's sad to see it end, but it's such a cool run.
Yeah, and he doesn't look old enough to have been on the strip for 41 years. If you look, he's kind of being the social media influencer now, doing that sort of thing, and always a fun time there. So you can follow him on Instagram. He's all around the city doing kind of fun stuff. But I think a staple of my entire life, I think, in Vegas is seeing him and his various shows.
Do you think he dipped into the Joan Rivers fountain of plastic surgery?
No conspiracy theories here, Mark. No conspiracy theories here. In a second, we're going to talk about the next movie coming to the Sphere. But before we do that, I'd love to invite you to subscribe. Just takes a second. Click that button. Doesn't cost you anything. Helps us out a lot. Thanks in advance. But let's talk Sphere. Rocky Horror Picture Show, Mark. They announced that this is coming in 2027. Usually they release like an aerial shot of the Sphere with the visuals on it, but this time we only got a picture of it, and still 2027. So an early announcement. I wonder if it was going to leak and they decided to get out ahead of it. But here we go, bringing that spectacle. This is song and dance. It seems like it's the perfect product for the Sphere.
Yeah, I hadn't really considered it, and I was kind of interested to see what they came out with for the next movie. And this wasn't on a list of things I would have thought of, but I think it's a great fit for them, especially because they bring in that all immersive environment. They've done it with Wizard of Oz. And I think that this movie is exactly that. That's what they want. They want the engagement of the audience. And I think that they'll come up with some really unique ways to kind of intertwine all of that.
James Dolan said, since the Rocky Horror Picture Show premiered in 1975, it redefined audience participation and became a cultural phenomenon. With Sphere, we have the opportunity to take the spirit of immersion to an entirely new level. Dolan, he's riding high on life, isn't he, these days, between Sphere and everything going on in New York?
Yeah, he's had a pretty great year, I think. So kudos to him. And I think I read that this is the longest going movie for 50 years. And, because they always have pop-ups or around Halloween, they come out and do specials and run it again in certain theaters. And they always have people try to get involved and stand up front while the movie's going on and stuff. So I think that they'll lean perfectly into that, and it's a good fit.
I think Drew Carey is going to be happy for sure.
I think Sean found the one pop culture reference I don't understand.
Let us know out there. Do you remember the Drew Carey show where they did the whole Rocky Horror Picture Show? I can't believe Mark doesn't know this.
I watched a couple episodes, but I don't remember that at all.
So a couple months ago, we talked about the Museum of Ice Cream. It was announced coming to Area 15, and I think this is going to be their largest location. They have 6 locations. Think of this as an ice cream playground, I guess, a pink ice cream playground, because there's so much pink everywhere, Mark. But they announced their opening date, July 3rd, and tickets start from $41.99. They have the ticket prices based on demand on days, so different days, different prices. Giant slides in there. You got the sprinkle ball pit. I think they even have a tattoo parlor.
Yeah, the diabetes comes for free attached to that unlimited ice cream.
I mean, for sure. But look at this place. It's so unique. The sign is over the top. They have a golden scoop buffet. They have a pink wedding chapel inside there where you can get married. Ice cream tasting magic show. It seems like a lot. I mean, an amusement park of ice cream coming to Area 15. This is part of their second phase. Everything from Universal Horror Unleashed to many other things. The eyedropper, the big shot tower, opened up there recently as well that we had talked about. $25 a ride, though.
Yeah, I think that this will be a fun place, a great place for family and kids will really enjoy it. They have the slides. I think it's going to be the longest slide in Vegas, which will be kind of fun. It seems like people really enjoy them at their other locations. I kind of like the idea of the tattoo parlor in there, but it's not permanent tattoos. So your kids can pick out something, get like feel like they're sitting in a tattoo parlor. I think that's a unique idea. And then unlimited ice cream. Just make sure you give them to the grandparents after you're done, maybe, so you don't have to deal with the sugar high.
What's better than getting kids ready for Vegas with a fake tattoo parlor where they can just get ready for when they're an adult and then they can do it for real?
I wonder if they do the $10 tattoos there.
I don't know, but looks like a quirky place, super unique and not cheap like every. What could you spend in a day going to all the things at Area 50? You could probably spend $1,000 in a day going to everywhere.
Yeah, I think it'd be an awesome day, though.
Yeah, for sure. But eyedropper, $25. You just skipped right over that. Is that worth it? That seems pretty steep to me.
I think that was around the price that we paid. I don't know if it's changed, but that was around the price we paid when we did the observation with the drink and you went up and you're up there for a couple minutes and you got the views. So I think that's the better value. But I guess if you're into rides or that feeling of falling and things like that, you could do it. But I don't know. Yeah, $25 feels a bit high. I would think more like 15.
Yeah, it seems a lot. It is very tall, very cool. Area 15 is transforming the west side of Vegas.
What if they did like a city pass or an all inclusive, or you can go into anything type of day pass? How much do you think it would be for that?
I don't know, $500, $600, $700. All these places are so expensive.
More expensive than Disney.
For sure. For sure. Disney's a value in comparison. So this next one is a Jacob tweet. He likes to put up these polls for this hotel versus that hotel. And I think he sort of nailed it with this one, Resorts World or MGM Grand. And when you look at the results, it's not a surprise. I voted MGM Grand, new rooms over there, location, pool. 58% of the people said MGM Grand. Does that surprise you?
No, I mean, Resorts World definitely has some issues that you're working with, like you said, the location being out there ways from everything. It doesn't make it easily accessible. MGM Grand, you can get out there and walk to pretty much anything you want to. So I get it for just that alone. I think the pool area is a bit better at MGM Grand. I don't like the casino at MGM Grand much. It's kind of confusing and it's a monster property. So I could see why some people would like the ease of a Resorts World. You can get to the lobby quickly no matter which location you're staying at. I would maybe give Resorts World the a little bit thumbs up over MGM Grand just because of the Crockford's Bar.
Crockford's Bar is amazing, but then you could go to like the mansions at MGM and you could keep stepping it up there. I don't know. I think the rooms are definitely better at MGM Grand now compared to Hilton or maybe even the Conrad. And I think you can't beat the location, the pool area there. It is a massive property. I think this really shows you the struggle that these newer casinos have just purely based on location when Resorts World can't even beat out MGM Grand in a poll despite 30 plus years difference from when they opened.
Yeah, they did a nice job rehabbing everything. And I think it's all comes down to location, though. I don't think people like being out on an island a bit at Resorts World.
Still plenty of time left in 2026 to grab your Las Vegas Advisor membership book. It's only $45 with code MTM for new customers. Hundreds of discounts, gaming, dining, hotels, everything. You're going to save on your trip if you get it, and do it now. I mean, you still got plenty of time left this year to use all those coupons.
It's the only guaranteed win in Vegas, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Unless you're betting crypto over at Circa, Mark. It happened a couple weeks ago. I think it was June 4th. The first crypto bet happened, and it's from this company called Burra Pay. I guess they are the first to successfully figure out all the regulations to make crypto betting work. And of course, which property would be the first to debut this? Circa and Circa Sports.
Are you trying to say Circa is great for crypto bros?
I mean, it is in the language. We've been saying that forever. It just took the regulations long enough to catch up. Yeah, I mean, they made a big deal about this. I guess this will open up an entire market. I think there is a realization, too, that there is a lot of crypto betting going on in illegal markets, overseas markets, and maybe a way to capture some of that legally here in Nevada.
Yeah, I don't know if I subscribe to that theory because I think a lot of people do the overseas betting because that's what they have access to. I think it's just a way to still gamble when you're not at a casino, whether in your state or if you're in Vegas. So I don't think all those people are going to be like, oh, now I can go to Vegas and use crypto. I think they're just using crypto because that's the way you can gamble in those places. So I don't know that this is going to do a ton. And I think most people look at crypto as a way like an investment. So I don't know if this is great for the end user if you're on a bad run and you go, oh, well, I have my crypto account. Let me tap into that. So I don't think this is great for us. And I don't know that it's going to drive a ton of business, but it's fun to talk about.
It's also been part of their brand since the beginning. I mean, they've been accepting Bitcoin, I think, since they opened for everything but gaming because they weren't allowed to. So it's like, I think at the bars, the restaurants, the hotel, I think they wanted to do that. So this is just an evolution of that. And Derek Stevens really has been behind drawing in the crypto bros. I mean, you build it, if you build it, they will come. And he certainly has built it.
I wonder how much of their like daily percentage of spend is crypto. Probably super small, right?
I thought you were going to ask, was crypto bros? And then that would be super big.
Yeah. Well, they're the ones with the dancing girls out by the pool for sure.
How much money does that service take in every single day? Just the women dancing with the signs. It's got to print money over there. You see so many videos of it.
My favorite is still when they walked into the cabana and hit the bottle on the ceiling and cracked and it just like exploded open.
And let's close with this. Downtown, Derek Stevens and his properties and the Sigma Derby parade that happened this week. I said it's the most ridiculous Vegas parade you'll ever see in the best way. I did get down there right before it started, so I didn't get to get there super early. Met several viewers there, so it was really neat to meet everybody. And I was running around there filming the whole thing, forgetting that there's 1,000 other people there filming. So I'm probably in a lot of people's videos running around like a maniac. But it was a great time. And it really opened my eyes to how Fremont Street Experience is a stage. And Derek Stevens knows exactly how to use it. The entire thing from the canopy to all the screens to the parade itself to the speeches. It was a spectacle.
Yeah, the coolest thing is just like on a random Tuesday. It's not like they didn't lead up to anything. Wasn't a weekend. Wasn't the busiest of times. And he's like, you know what? Let's throw out this party. And it was a lot of fun. It looks like it was a lot of fun. And he really did more than I would have expected with the canopy involved, being out on the stage on Fremont Street, having the little horses, which we knew about, which was cool. But this just goes to show, we were talking last episode about the difference between private ownership and being shareholder owned. And this would have never happened with, if this wasn't owned by Derek Stevens. One, we talked about how the Sigma Derby loses money. So there's no way that any other publicly traded company would be investing money and spectacle into something that doesn't even make them money. This is because he loves it. He loves the history of Vegas. He loves the history of this machine, and he wants to keep it going, and he wants to celebrate it, all at a cost to himself. Maybe it's like a loss leader that brings people into the door. I don't even know if that's so much true. I think this is just something he really enjoys, and he wants to keep it going. And you don't see that when it's owned by shareholders.
He also confirmed exactly why they're moving it. And when D was taken over, remember that whole second floor was vintage Las Vegas. They even had the sign on the outside of the building, and that was the theme. But now the new high limit area is up there. It's not really vintage Vegas up there anymore. And Golden Gate, the oldest hotel in Las Vegas. So it sort of makes sense to take the vintage vibes there. They took the table games out of there. And this is sitting right where the table games were, right next to the bar. So probably will bring in the right vibes, I think, and allow them to sort of do what they want with the D. But yeah, everybody was having such a great time, from the performers to just the regular people there. I'd say probably 300-400 normal people showed up for this parade, and some influencers and everybody else along the way. Tons of employees. And I have to say, watching their social media team film this and the people they had there to film it and what they put together was impressive as well, showing you that it's all a product and they know marketing better than just about anybody else in Vegas.
Yeah, they do a really good job with their marketing team and just kind of presenting a front of everything that they're interested in and doing it in a way that really draws you in. So it's always great to see that. And I'm glad you got to meet some people. You didn't meet Mark Meltzer. You missed him. You guys walked past each other, didn't say hi. Oh, man.
I was wearing my MTM Vegas shirt, hoping people would come up to me. I was trying not to be the introvert that I am. Shout out to Vegas Confessions. Got to meet him. John Mahaffey, I met over there as well. And then several viewers, everybody I got to take pictures with and talk to. Sorry we didn't have more time for that. But yeah, it was a great time. Lots of fun. And I was just in the moment, just enjoying it. And, even the canopy, we talked about, they put it up there, but they had the race on the canopy. So the graphics package was great. The entire thing turned orange. And it's just a reminder how you talk about how all the casinos there sort of work together. And this was just putting it all together as a stage, as a production on a random 10 a.m. on a Tuesday. You got to love every bit of it.
Yep. It's cool. I'm glad it's staying put in Vegas and keeping going. And I know it's a fight to get the parts and everything like that to keep it running. I still miss the dancing dealers, though.
And shout out Meltzer. I'll get with you next time. Super cool guy. You should follow him on social media as well. But let us know what you guys think about anything we talked about today. Frank Marino, the diva, retiring. Are you going to miss those shows? Seeing Joan Rivers everywhere, Sigma Derby, crypto betting, and America's Diner. Do you wait in line at Denny's when you go to Las Vegas? Let us know down in the comments below. We do 3 shows a week, and we'll be back on Friday with another show. Thank you so much for watching. Talk to you next time.
If it was a $5.99 breakfast, maybe. Have a good weekend, everybody.